The video I've been waiting to do for a couple of weeks is here, and this is how to do the ILS landing. And then this is for beginners only, so I'm not going to be doing advanced technology stuff like that. But as you can see, I'm right here approaching LAX, and it's pretty cloudy today. Nothing too shabby. It's a little rainy. If I check my radar system, the cloud cover is gonna go away at like 10,000 feet, and I can change the speeds to go down a little bit. So it's not that big of a deal. And now I'm descending down to 15,000 feet. Oh, that's 16,000. Let me just lower that down to 15,000 feet. And I'm gonna start my final approach around here at Skull, Skoll, and then full flaps will appear after that area to prepare for the ILS landing. And as you can see, I'm at 0 flaps right now, and my speed brakes are armed, just ready for anything normal like that. And yeah, things normal right now. And if I check my Atlanta, I'm over here, pretty close, doing good right now. We are actually on track, so we are on track for landing. And this is my flight. My flight plan wasn't made correctly, so my flight plan did remove like a chunk of like where I'm supposed to go, so I had to rearrange that, and that's why it's all messed up right here. You can't it's just messed up right there, but it's fixed now. And yeah, so I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do the ILS landing part, which can be tricky sometimes and can also be non-tricky. But it's really easy once you get the hang of it, and just quick disclaimer, you're not going to get it every time, because, whoa, speed, yeah, chill out, stop doing that, let's just bring it down to 250, yeah, alright, I'm going to cut till I'm at, second approach, over here at a Jill, and I'm close to there, so we'll be right back. Alright, we're at Angel now, and I'm preparing my descent to 7,000 feet now because the airport is going to be in that area. So, as we're making the descent, we have to do a couple things that are necessary, and can't get the, okay, there we go. Alright, so a couple things we have to do is, I think I'm supposed to set my flaps to a lower speed. I'm not sure how to do these type of landings still, but I'm just doing basic procedures. Let's just go down to 200. Oh shoot! Oh, that. Okay. I hate when I do that. All right, 200. There we go. And now we're gonna do the first flap, which is gonna bring us down a lot. We might get overspeed, I think. Yeah, we're not gonna go overspeed. So, first flaps, first everything, normal. Here we are flying right now. So basically, what you want to do is, I'm over here, and once we reach the skull part, I'm gonna turn on full flaps, but when we reach the boy out part, I'm gonna turn on half flaps, and I'll probably turn my speed down to 180, if that makes sense. So it's doing a good job of going down to the designated speed zone, I think. So I'm gonna start recording again at Boyal, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're closing on our designated area, so actually before I do that, I'm gonna put the speed down to 180. And now I'm gonna put the flaps to the second. I meant halfway. Okay, so there's our runway right there. But that's not our runway, so I don't really care about that. here's my plane. Um, there's the mountains and stuff. We already passed the mountains, so we don't need to worry about that. And if you see the coast out there, you probably can. There's no, I have the Iceland map on, so I can see if there's like mountainous terrain that I'm not aware of. And there's none over there, and this is like the end of whatever I need to do. Like, almost the end of the flight plan. And once we reach down here, which is going to be the second waypoint, we're going to stop and we're going to enable, I'll just tell you all the things you have to enable. I'm going to enable full flaps. I'm going to bring the speed match down to 160, and I'm going to bring the altitude down to 5,000, and we're not going to move it then. And then I'm going to put the ILS mode on, which doesn't, you might think it might automatically turn into an ILS landing. No, it won't. I think it stands for the Instrument Landing System. I don't know, I forgot. But what it's gonna do is these purple triangles are gonna show, and when it aligns with the yellow line and that yellow line, that means we are on target with the glide scope and the runway. And after that, we're gonna enable make sure the auto throttle is enabled. We're not gonna enable the localizer mode because I don't like using that. I prefer to use the approach mode. And then once we use the approach mode, we're gonna, what? Oh, I thought I turned on earlier. Okay, oops. Sorry. On, when, taxi lights. Okay, so everything is turned on. I don't think I need the strobe lights on. So, now we're gonna, after that, that's pretty much it. And then, I'll explain everything else once we get down to there. Alright, we're back in. We're on our final approach now, which means we are going to set our speed down to 1. So we're going to stick with 160 for now. And that's set, and now we're going to enable full flaps. I don't know why it wasn't put halfway at that other point. And now we're going to, I think we can enable the ILS. If it doesn't show up, that's okay. We're just going to have that enabled for right now. And we are going down to 5,000 feet. And once we're at 5,000 feet, we'll enable the landing gears. And then we'll be prepared for all that other stuff. So go ahead and enable the ILS. And pretty soon, these purple triangles are going to show up. And just remember this. Not every time an airport, such as smaller airports like regional airports, are going to have an ILS system. Just if that ever happens, you can just follow every step and still use autopilot. Actually, you don't need to use autopilot. You can just do everything I'm doing right now, but you're going to be in control the whole time because it's pretty easy to get out of that situation. It's nothing too big, and it's a little laggy right now. We're going to make sure our spoilers are armed in the way, and we're approaching. We went out, and once we get down, there's the purple triangle. There's one of them, and we're just waiting for the glide scope triangle to appear. Once we get down to, there's going to be a number right here, and it's going to be, once we get down to 20, we're going to decrease the throttle so we can enable the reverse thrust, so it's easier to slow down the plane and not overrun the runway. And we're also going to use the brakes, and yeah, that's going to be almost it. And we are coming down right now, and those lights over there indicate that we are almost there. And we can go ahead and now put down the landing gears. So the landing gears are now put down, and I'm going to enable that localizer, which I don't need to, but we just got to align with that runway so we can align with the glide slope. And now we are going to enable approach, and you see that G/S appeared. That means the glide slope. And you see that lock road there? That means the localizer. So we are, I certainly do not think there's a glide scope right here. Like, because the purple triangle one over here, it's supposed to show. I don't think there is one. So we're just gonna ignore that completely. And everything is checked for landing. So now we're gonna, should be, going down in altitude pretty soon. It's a little laggy. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need the approach mode on right now. Maybe that's the reason. We're just gonna wait for that to fall in. And, yeah. I think, oh, there, yep, okay, alright, good news. There is that. And, once that comes down, I think it's just gonna start going down in elevation. And we can check this, and, yep, we are really close to the runway. We are on track, and, here was the flight I was doing. It's pretty cool. Alright. Hopefully we're going to be landing soon. Yep, we are going to be definitely landing soon, and we are going to be um going down in altitude soon. So let me cut and change my graphics settings because it's really laggy right now. Okay, I decided to bring the elevation down to 3,000 because I didn't think the, what is it called, the approach mode was working, so we're just doing that just in case. But I don't know, it looks okay to me. Looks like we're definitely getting somewhere. And I didn't fix the graphics because I didn't want to, and I'm just gonna do it later. And the speed match is supposed to go down. What the heck? That's not good. I think it's the AI assistant. Do I have that on? No, I have that off. Let's check my AI assistant real quick. Yeah. Um, the show should be hard and true to life. I think it's because I turned on AI assistant earlier, and this is supposed to be like that because everyone loves no damages. And oh yeah, okay, alright, we're getting somewhere now. Approach mode on, glide scope on, 140 knots, check. And now we're at the you can relax part, but you also gotta pay attention because that number is gonna appear soon. And that number is gonna indicate that basically our altitude. And once it reaches 20, we're gonna flare up and bring the throttle all the way down so you have enough time to put in reverse thrust and use the brakes and taxi to your gate or ramp. Alright. Just gonna stay still. I think there's an ATC thingy you have to be aware about, but I don't use ATC that much. But I guess I could do this. Okay, I'm tuned in with them. I'm gonna tune in with their tower and alright. Okay, yeah, that was the thingy you're supposed to use. Alright. Okay, so basically just means the ATC wants us to land at 24R or 24 right. And yep, Okay, so I put my altitude down to 3,000 and there's the number and it's going down by itself, which is definitely a good sign, meaning we're about to land and I also got an achievement. Okay, and we're gonna talk with 8TC. Alright, so we are on target with the runway, and we're also going to be talking about the poppy lights. Now, the poppy lights are basically just how high your plane is and how low your plane is. 2 whites and 2 red means you are on target with the glide scope, and 3 reds means you are a little too low, but you're still kind of on target. 4 reds means you're too low, and basically goes the same with 3 whites and 1 red, meaning you're a little too high, but almost on direction. And all 4 whites means you are too high and you need to go down. And yeah, that's all you need to know. We're gonna check everything again. Full laps, armed. We're on climb and auto throttle. We are on approach mode and we have ILS enabled, and we have autopilot enabled. We're not gonna touch anything else, and we're about to land. And my game is really laggy for some reason because I'm on high graphics. And we're gonna make sure everything is good up there. Who's this? Oh, that's Vipers. Okay, and oh, there it is. And now you can see the poppy lights. If you can look over here, just where my mouse is, that indicating that we are on the perfect direction, and like on our glide scope, we're really facing the runway as we should. And you can also check by this if those purple triangles are centered with the yellow lines. That means you are doing great, and this actually might be your first landing. So we're just gonna check outside. Everything is enabled, landing gears and stuff. And up, alright, we're gonna prepare for landing very, very soon. And look at that. We're almost there. Now this is the part where you gotta pay attention. Once it gets down to 20, as I said, flare up, throttle all the way down. Get ready for the main part, and you have to disenable approach mode and um yeah, basically that, and autopilot 1, because auto land sucks a lot and it never makes a good landing, and it probably, I don't know, kills the tires or landing gears. And there we go, poppy lights indicating that we are on the glide scope. Okay, so we're at 400 feet, also shown right here, but it doesn't really show that much. Okay, here's the runway, and I'm gonna disable the autopilot very soon, and you may hear a voice like that 150, 25, blah blah, but I don't hear it. I think I have it disabled or something, or I'm doing something wrong. Okay, disable the autopilot, bring that all the way down. Alright, prepare. Alright, we missed the landing zone, but that's okay. Okay, bring this down, bring that down. Alright, brakes. Alright, doing good. Kind of bad ground hole, but it doesn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna go into that taxi lane. Alright, now we're gonna talk with ATC. Okay, we're gonna exit the runway now and get off reverse thrust. Okay, and quick reminder, don't use the parking brake while on the runway, because I don't think you're allowed to do that in real aviation. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna acknowledge the ground. Okay, now we have all this, so we're gonna ignore all that, and we're gonna taxi to a designated runway, or why did I say runway? I'm not gonna say that. Okay, it's a little laggy, but we can deal with that. We're gonna tune ground, and we're gonna request taxiing to the gates. Okay, so I am still NIDS Aviation and I have no idea what you just said. So what we're gonna be doing is AI pilot, this is destination, and pilot on. So now it's gonna do the taxiing to the gate for us, so we don't have to do that basically. It's actually a cool feature just in case you're new at taxiing. It looks like there was just a jet over us. Alright. Wow, it is really laggy. I gotta slow down on those features. Okay, alright. I'm not sure how this is gonna do it. Oh, that's just the place name. Okay, so I think autopilot is doing this all for us. Or not. Okay, let's just change it real quick. Quick reminder, don't use that feature. I think you can only use it for takeoff reasons only, but we're just gonna use the Y feature. And I don't. What the heck? Alright, ignore that. Let's just park at a gate, random gate, cause I suck at ATC. Where do you want me? Whoa. Okay. Alright. A little too far. Let's bring it back a little bit. Okay. That's better. And now what you can do is pat yourself on the back because you just did your first landing, and you can practice that by doing just approaches and stuff. So what we're gonna do now is turn this off, turn that off, and turn the engine generators off with the fuel pumps. Okay. Turn off that off. And let's turn those off. I think there's one more thing I'm missing. Just gonna turn all of this off. Or you can do short key control shift E. Or no, shift control E. I don't think I have that keybind set, but anyways, your plane should be turning off. And same with the hydraulics. Pretty soon. Oh, that was the external power. Okay. So, you are done with your flight, and that is how you do the ILS landing.